So guys, back in the gym. We're doing back workout today. It's gonna be an SST workout. Patrick's just reintroduced some of the kind of SST format, so it's gonna be a bit of a tough one. I looked at it and it was like, oh God, it's like reading a 700-page spread. But it is what it is. More work to be done. It's time to start working a bit harder in the gym, even though I've been getting used to being quite chill. We're like, what, 7-8 months out of the Olympia now? So really, if I'm gonna put on some muscle, it better be now. So yeah, with Louis, Jannika's in the gym today, doing some back as well. So first up today, guys, we're gonna do some single arm pull down. Yeah, I've got plenty more. I can go quite heavy on this. How are you feeling?
I don't want to go neck because
The bicep, yeah. Just go all you can. Key really is just keeping the shoulder down, not letting the trap rise, and just driving the elbow down. So yeah. So yeah, guys. So we're doing a bit of streaming on Twitch. So I thought it was a good way to get awareness for obviously the bodybuilding, Redcon, take it over to Twitch as well as obviously onto YouTube. So just trying to be busy on all their aspects, trying to get out there as much as possible. So guys, we're filming with Rebecca today for Redcon, so she's going to say hello. 2021, that's what the world is now. It's all digital. It's all digital. Lovely, bro. I'll just stack it. I'll stack it.
Should we do no filler?
No, I'll stack it, bruv. I'm good, bruv. Stack it, bruv. Feeling good. Oh, nice start to the day. We got some grunt in here today. Grunt and coconut water. We reduced the carbs a little bit because I was having cluster dextrin intra workout, but we're now putting that actually pre-workout. So when we were back at home, I had 2 scoops of cluster bomb. About 3 minutes before training now, and then during training we just have the coconut water combination with grunt. So the coconut water, the reason we have that is because you get electrolytes, really good for hydration. If I don't have coconut water in the arsenal, I have got a tub of Canteen that I use over there, which is also electrolytes as well. So it does have coconut water in there, powder. So sorry I'm out of breath and fat. Good. I actually feel good with a little audience training. I feel better. Guys, like when I train from the energy of people around me, and this lockdown has been shit because I can't be myself. Like I like to have, when I'm in the squat rack, if people are in the gym and they're watching, I train well. On my own, it's been like, and that's not, you know, I understand a lot of people haven't got a gym right now, and I don't want to moan and be like, oh, I've got it hard, because I haven't. But I tell you, it's very, very nice to know that there's people involved and watching, because I definitely train better when I know people are watching, which is good. You getting, when you're stretching on the stretch pod, do you like to pronate your wrist? I like to like pronate and then slightly, not supinate fully, but
yeah, I'm not doing it too much because of that.
because of the arm, yeah.
I'm trying to keep my foot
Yeah.
on the top, but I think I can proper straight.
Yeah. That I find it pulls the lat. Louis, if you do have any pointers you want to share with, obviously, the guys watching, please feel free. While I'm busy doing some pull-downs. Yeah. One more. Woo. One more set to go, yeah?
Yeah, same weight for...
Yeah, I feel good on that. Patrick's kind of way of like, I find Patrick's structure of dieting an interesting one because what will happen before food is pulled back is that the density of your training will be exaggerated. So you'll do more within the workouts. So that way it's a way to create that deficit into the calories without actually pulling calories. And I've noticed that our body normally stays a little bit fuller and fresher if food isn't dropped too much. Let's say you're eating 500 grams of carbs a day and you're doing 12 sets in a workout. Patrick's likely to keep the carbohydrates at 500 and increase the set total to say 16 sets. So that extra workload is going to create a deficit versus putting calories. I think from a metabolic standpoint, having more food is better for the body to allow the body to keep being used to consuming such amounts. Obviously, there will be a point where you do have to pull food, and that will come every so often, but not as often as people think. I used to do diets in the beginning, and it was like every week the calories had to come down, because that's just what you do, innit? It's just the way you do it. Cardio is up, calories come down. When in truth, really, back then, if the cardio was going up, probably could have kept the calories the same, because the deficit was being created from that activity response. So, yeah, and there's that. Like, yeah, if you're already, let's say you're already losing 0.5 a pound a week or a pound a week, why are you going to continuously up activity? So there's many factors you have to consider, but the one flaw that most people make is here's a 12-week plan. Every week calories are going to be pulled back a percentage. It has to be a lot more acute than that and a lot more understanding, a lot more in line with what your body's doing. It's not a linear approach. It's a variable approach. You might even get to a point where calories have to be reintroduced because the workload in the gym is so high. So yeah, good luck. Beautiful. Nice. Good man. The good thing about this particular movement as well is when you do it properly, you will get a contraction all the way down to where the belt line finishes. So hit that elbow driving in nice and tight and low. That contraction isn't just the lat that you can see moving. It literally will hit down into here as well. But the only way that's going to happen is if the elbow's kept at its distance driving down rather than coming in tight. If it comes in tight, you're not recruiting the lats, you're actually you're using more of your rotatory portion of your back, so you're using your trapezius and rhomboids and stuff. The driving down is the key to the lats. That's why when you low row, you're not thinking about rowing back like that to hit lats, you're thinking about to row like that to hit lats. The only thing that's got better range of motion than this is a pullover. And we haven't got a good one, so. Hint, 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 hint. We haven't got a good pullover. Hint, hint. Right, moving on. Now I've got barbell row. But Lou's going to do chest supported.
2 clusters.
2? Fucking hell. So 2, what, 4x4? Alright, mate. Alright, mate. So I haven't been smashing calves at the minute. Doing enough, but not loads. There's more. So we're gonna do barbell, right? Like Lou said, 2 sets, 2 cluster sets. So it's gonna be 4 reps, 4 times over. Yeah, I'm using Jannika's phone as a hotspot. So we did that test just to see if the tariff was good enough to connect. So what I'll do is I'll get a phone with the same tariff. Feels good. No stress at all so far. So we got to do 4x4, haven't we? First set I might be able to crank out 4, and then we'll just take it from there, I suppose. No, I didn't bring my cardio. Don't matter. Bodybuilding now is very different than bodybuilding 10 years ago. Used to go to the shows and you had no clue of who anyone was, only by word of mouth. You know, you had no idea what people were going to look like. There was no pre-game imagery. It was all there on the day. Is it better now? Is it worse now? I don't think it's either. I think it's different. I don't think it's worse. I think it's good. I think it's cool. I think it's current. You can follow your favourites a lot easier than you used to be able to. It might be a bit harder on the athlete now, like mentally, just because they know everyone's watching. But then you have to learn to embrace that. Use the audience as energy. You know, I always reason with this is because I enjoy being under the eyes of scrutiny. And like, if people tell me I'm not working correctly or hard enough, if they're legitimate in what they say, then I'll take that and I'll run with it. So, just funny how different it is, isn't it? We're just getting warm on these, guys. Slowly, slowly. No rush. It's going to be 4x4, so cluster sets. You guys would have seen muscle rounds and clusters if you follow Jordan and people like that. Yeah. Looking huge. It's the angle. All right, first working set now. Wish me luck. Done the work, mate. Old trucker hat, Lou. Let's get it, bro. Work to be done. Let's do this. 4. Yeah, any clips on that? 2, Oxygen. Fucking hot now. There's been times in my life where I've just wanted to be very strong. And that's when, obviously, I've been the strongest I can be. But it's probably not when my physique's been its best, to be honest. You know? Wish there was the Kings in Scotland. Nick, man, never know. One day, mate. The purpose of this set is to try and do a second set with the same weight. Obviously, it's a very taxing set, so you just got to breathe, let the heart rate settle a little bit, and go back in when you're feeling kind of fresh. So, just going to give it a little bit longer before we go back in. How are you feeling, Lou? You feeling? Time to go again. Pull this fucking weight. Starts to get thick. So a tiny bit wider. Ooh, yeah. You sweat there, mate? Fuck. That beat me down, boy. You didn't feel it first? If this was a straight set, bruv, then the dumbbells would be getting nuts. Louis sorted me out some 100 kilo dumbbells.
Proper husband material, that.
You can tell if Yannick weren't around who I'd be fucking living with. You can lay on a bench if you have to. Just do single arm, just to stop your back. Just bracing for this. This bit kills me the most around the midsection. It's like flexing, stopping your twister going. Right, I'm ready. So I'm trying to use the same foot, same side as dumbbell, so that I can't get any rotation in the hip. So if I row with my left leg forward and my left arm, I can't roll around and make it easier. I'm bringing my elbow to my leg, which is going to get your lat as short as possible. Makes it harder. It's worth doing. Yep. Yeah, it's just because of YouTube. YouTube has a go at me. Music aside.
Let's get to work.
Yep. The worst thing you can do is just immediately jump from one side to the other, because you're not going to perform on that second side. The only way you can count that is if you're doing 2 sets, then you start with the opposite side on the second set. You just got to like just take into account that you're still buggered from the first round. One arm movements doesn't mean it doesn't tax your whole body, basically. If anything, this shit hits me hard because it's like the core. So I say it before, but like my hips and core get tired trying to even stabilize. Yes, yes, to St. Anne's on Sea. Good, I'm glad you're hooked on cream and rice. It's good shit. All right, let's do set 2. Yep. Oh shit. Hips are fucking tight as fuck now. Can't even see in front of me. Yeah, yeah. Ah. We'll do a dual one on the second set, prone on the bench. My hips are shot, so we'll just lay and do, we'll row low but with a dual. Still getting it done, it's just, my hips are not liking the stability. From doing a bent over row and doing a dumbbell row, it's like my hips are going, I'm a fan of Five Finger, I've seen them live. Great band. So yeah, I like Volbeat, Five Finger, Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, some Slipknot, some Linkin Park. So me and Beck, we were off camera for a second, we were just talking about you know, when it comes to a certain time before a show, do you think like that it'll click? Do you think you'll feel the immediacy and the importance of it, like the urgency, and like I suppose go into like another gear? And I said, I don't know, because maybe all these years of bodybuilding has led me to this point where this is my personality now, and this is my formula. Maybe being quite chilled, maybe not feeling super urgent, has been part of my progress. I don't know. Because the key with everything is you've got to like the person you are, haven't you? You've got to like, no matter what endeavour you're pursuing, if you don't like the person you are, then there's an underlying issue, and it's one that's going to maybe not necessarily negate you from getting to where you want to get to, but it's going to hit you after, because there'll come a time where you've got to correct something about yourself. And I think I've spent more time trying to correct myself before I'm trying to win shows. So I think maybe the individual person I am right now is the person I need to be to do my best, because I like who I am. You know, it's like we said, do I look the most switched on and the most intense and the most like, oh, you know, I want to be Mr. Olympia? Maybe not. Maybe not, but I think that healthy approach has kept me from burning out, when a lot of people I know have. I know a lot of people that were not only on the same trajectory as me, but better, and are no longer here doing what they're doing. They've called bodybuilding a day because it all got too much. And I think that's where you've got to protect yourself from it. You've got to like enjoy it and take steps back and not overly be too, you can't be a slave to it, I suppose, you know. Nearly lost your toes there, lad. Yeah, I can nearly shit herself. But yeah, so these little talks, I hope they help. Like they're important for us to have, because like I say, there's going to be a time when all I have is information about how I lived my life and what I was able to do with it. And if there is success along the way in there, then if I can talk amongst how some of those things came to be, then hopefully it helps other people reach the same or more. I don't know. I'm not trying to be a life coach. I'm trying to be a bodybuilder, keeping it real. When you're ready, lad. Yep. Don't know how I reached that. 45 seconds. Yannicka lives on the RTD Total Wars. Oh. 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 Oh, yep. Oh, shit. Oh. 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 Oh, yeah. Couldn't get him over there. So this set, the reason the tempo's changed is because this is one of Patrick's SST sets. So what we're doing, first set's a regular set with the most weight, then we do a drop set, and we do a slow eccentric, and then we do another drop and we do a slow concentric, and at the end of that we do an iso hold. So it's multiple kind of set types in one set.
Slow eccentric, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Let's go, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on. 2 more. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
Slow positive, let's go. Come on.
Hold it there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, just finishing up. Rack pull. Yeah. Building up slowly. I won't go mad heavy on this because I want to keep it tight. I make sure that I'm using the right muscles. It's very easy to like spam it up, but we've got to try and keep the load where we want to keep the load. So we'll see. What are we doing on this?
4 by 6.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Grip wider than.
4 by 6. 6 reps.
Yeah.
Hell, son.
No failure.
I'm just going to do 4 plates then. It's only going to be a 4-plater because the fatigue is going to kick in. Because I contract fucking hard with those muscles, so I can feel them already tiring. So.
Grip wider than shoulders.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm not, like you'll notice. Listen, I can pull. This is not ego, but I can pull a lot more than this. But with the specific set we're doing, I am hugely going to try and focus on contraction. So I'm taking ego out of the equation right now. Start from scratch. First time doing this for a long time. Let's do it.
Let's go, James.
Yeah, so I think
2, 3, 4,
it's quite taxing.
5,
It's quite taxing.
6.
Fucking that just feels heavy in my glutes and hams.
2, 3. Come on. Let's go. Come on. And again.
Oh shit.
3, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Last round. Come on.
Yep.
Come on.
Wow, that's a lot harder than it normally is. Fucking hell. Wow. Oh, good job I didn't go any heavier. Part of me was like 5 plates.
I'll do that, bro.
Sorry. See.
Get in there.
So I'm just going to do a set now of 40-second rest with 3 sets of 10. 40, 40, 40. And then I have a break for 90.
Yep.
You do a set again.
I'll do a set.
Yeah, and then I go back in, do the second one with only 30-second rest.
Yep.
And then you do a set, and then I do the same again after that with 20-second rest.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Right,
Made
this
that
may,
sound a lot
this may, yeah, this may make sense. We'll see.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more.
I'm just going to reduce the weight ever so slightly. So yeah, the 45-degree part's important. Because obviously if you're just putting it down, you hit a lot of lats. If you're leaning back, you're going to hit more mid-back. So we're using this to hit mid-back, I think.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4.
It's tiring. You can't do this for the same weight throughout the whole thing. There's no way. I'd have to reduce for the second and third. Pat, you're fucking mad.
These next after this round,
It's 20-second break.
I get the 90 seconds rest.
Yeah,
Then the next 6 sets after that are just max reps.
yeah.
So you don't have to.
Oh, okay, it's max, not yeah. It's just blood work, innit? It's like literally pump that.
Come on. Finish you, James.
Oh, Lord.
90 seconds. Come on. Go. 15 seconds. Come on. Go. Come on. And again.
My arms are tired. Last one. Last one coming up.
Come on.
Right, so that last exercise, let me just try and rephrase what we did. So there was 3 sets with a 30-second break in between, 10 reps. Then a break, come back on. 3 sets with only a 20-second break. 3 sets with only a 20-second break, and then yeah, 3 sets. What was the break times on there? 30, 20, 10? 40, 30, 20. So what I just said, sorry, set 1, 3 sets in 1 with 40-second break in between each one. Second set of 3, 30-second in between each one. Third set of 3, 20-second in between each one. The first set you had to get 10 on each rep, 10 on each set. The second set it was just max reps, and the third set it was just max reps. When I say first and second, sorry, when I say second and third set, I meant the clusters of 3. I know it sounds confusing. Watch the video back, you might get it. So, that's a good back workout. Even Rebecca said when we finished, she was like, that's a good back workout. So I think our job here is done today. Surprising how hard the rack pulls felt. Like, it's only 4 plates aside, but I think, like I said earlier in the workout, barbell rows, dumbbell rows, they're so taxing. You start to, you know, take away some of that power in your erectors even before you get to doing them directly, which isn't a bad thing for hypertrophy. It means that the stress and the load is probably more dramatic than it would have been if it was fresh. So I suppose with bodybuilding, really, you try to find a way to lift, without sounding like pussy, you try to lift less but do more with it. And that's a lot of the time comes down to the order of which you do exercises, where they are in the workout, because that will determine how fresh things are by the time you reach said exercise. So if anything you take away from today, maybe it's just the order of exercise selection, how to kind of plan out your back workout. Full range movements first, pulling down from above, followed by some heavy rows, working from like the mid row down to the low row to the underhand row, and then finish off with like a pull down variation and some rack pulls. That's it really, simple stuff. Repeat that, eat 7 meals a day, and take your sups and practice posing. And you should look all right by the end of it. So guys, it's been a damn pleasure, and I suppose we'll see you in a week's time or so. You know what it's like. Just stay tuned, sub to the channel, and make sure you check out all the videos. Got others on here, obviously, with Kai Blessing, who's getting ready for New York. He's only about 7 weeks out now, so that'll be interesting to see how he does. Hopefully he qualifies for Olympia, and then he'll get to come and stand next to me again. So yeah, respect. Catch you soon.